Welcome to Main Street Matters by Heart on Main Street, the podcast that knows in order to make your customer feel seen, you have to taste, touch, smell, and listen to them too. Well, sort of. I'm your host, Patrick Keiser. Today's episode is all about customer experience. I feel as though it's almost cliche at this point, but if you ask any retail thinker, expert, or aficionado what helps independent retailers stand apart from others, what their advantage is, they all say the same thing: creating a great customer experience. So as we dive headlong into the summer months, I want to explore that topic. Today, we're going to begin talking about creating great customer experiences. More specifically, how the best retailers engage all five senses to create something unforgettable. Because here's the truth. People don't just shop with their wallets, they shop with their eyes, their ears, their fingers, and even their nose. They remember how a place feels. And the stores that understand this are the ones that stand out. So let's break it down. 5 senses, 5 opportunities to create something magical. We're going to start off with the EBs, the eyeballs, your sight. What do your customers see when they walk in your store? That first impression can determine whether they linger there or they leave. Sight is your customer's initial point of contact with your brand's identity, and it communicates who you are before even a single word is spoken. Lighting, colors, product layout, signage, and cleanliness all contribute to the visual atmosphere. Strong visual merchandising is more than just aesthetics, it's strategy. Every display should guide the customer's eyes and evoke emotions. Lighting sets a mood, warmer tones feel inviting, while cooler hues can feel modern and clean. Color schemes can trigger different feelings. Blues and greens for calm, red for energy and urgency. Display placement can create flow or chaos depending on how it's used, so use it intentionally. Great retailers are visual storytellers. They construct moments that move customers through their space. Think of the changing displays at Anthropologie or the thoughtful, curated windows of a local bookstore. Your store should feel alive, evolving with seasons, holidays, and trends. Change your displays regularly to give customers a reason to return and make your space Instagrammable. Social media loves a good visual. Consider your signage too. Not just for a way of wayfinding or promotions, but to inject your personality into the space. Things like fun quotes and product backstories all enrich the experience. Visual merchandising isn't about being high-end or flashy. It's about intention and alignment with your brand. And don't forget the negative space. Overcrowding can make a store feel chaotic. Let your products breathe. Leave room for the eyes to rest. Leave room for people to walk around. Curate rather than cram. Ultimately, what your customer sees sets the tone for everything else. Make that first impression count. Beyond color and aesthetics, another way to set the emotional tone is through sound. Sound is often the unsung hero of the retail experience. While it's easy to focus on how a store looks, what it sounds like can deeply influence how people feel while they're shopping. Music, ambient noise, and acoustics work together to create an atmosphere, whether relaxed, energized, or chaotic. The most effective retailers use music strategically. A thoughtful playlist can guide customer behavior, impact dwell time, and even influence purchasing decisions. For example, slower tempos encourage browsing and lingering, while upbeat music can energize the space and speed up the transactions. Genre matters too. Indie pop, soft jazz, or acoustic folk music can communicate very different brand identities. Volume is another subtle but crucial detail. Too loud and it overwhelms. Too soft and it disappears into the background. The right volume provides ambiance without becoming intrusive. Consider your space's acoustics as well. Hardwood flooring and high ceilings can echo, while rugs and textiles absorb sound and create warmth. But music isn't the only sound customers experience. There's the ring of the cash register, the creak of the wooden floors, the ding of the entry bell, the friendly greeting from staff. All of it adds texture to the store's soundscape. These non-musical elements reinforce authenticity and make a space feel human. A silent store can feel like awkward or sterile. On the flip side, a cacophony of sounds, multiple conversations, loud displays, or conflicting music from different rooms can feel chaotic. So sound should be carefully curated, just like your product selection. You can even tie sound into your brand. A signature playlist, a recognizable door chime, or specific background sounds that change with the season all reinforce your identity and make your store more memorable. If you haven't considered your store's sound, now is the time. Walk in it like a customer. Close your eyes. What do you hear, and how does that make you feel? Something that often goes unnoticed, especially to the retail owner, is the smell. Everything has a smell, whether we recognize it, whether it's intentional or not. Our sense of smell is directly connected to memory and emotion. That's why certain scents can instantly transport us back to another place or another time. Think of the smell of fresh baked cookies, pine at the holidays, or even sunscreen on a summer day. For retailers, scent is a powerful but often overlooked tool to create lasting impressions. Think of the last time that you walked into a store and were met with a scent that made you smile. Maybe it was a candle burning, coffee brewing, or even the crisp, fresh scent of linens. That scent likely stuck with you long after you left. That's because our brains tie scent directly to memory formation. So if your store smells great, customers are more likely to remember it and then more likely to return. For candle or home fragrance stores, this is built in, but even boutiques, apparel shops, and gift stores can benefit from this. Consider using essential oil diffusers, wax warmers, or incense. Just keep it subtle. The goal is to enhance, but not overpower. Some retailers have even developed a signature scent, a scent blend of oils or a house-made fragrance that becomes part of their identity. Think of it like your store's olfactory logo. Customers will associate that scent with the feeling that they get in your space, whether it's cozy, fresh, calm, or energizing. Of course, clean is the baseline. Unpleasant or musty odors can instantly ruin a shopping experience. Make sure your HVAC system is clean and working well, avoid strong chemical cleaners, and be mindful of pet-related smells if you have pets in the store. Another fun approach is letting product sampling become part of the smell strategy. Let customers sniff the candles, perfumes, lotions, teas, spices. Create a moment of engagement that's multisensory and interactive. Scent builds loyalty, it reinforces memory, it creates mood, and invites customers to linger longer, which is ultimately the goal. If you want a customer to bond to a product, you have to let them touch it. Touch is a critical component of the in-store experience. It's one of the most visceral senses, and it's where brick and mortar stores can outshine their online counterparts. Customers don't just want to look at products, they want to feel them. They want to feel the weight, the texture, the temperature. These details build trust and deepen emotional connection. Consider how your store invites customers to engage physically. Are your displays interactive? Are your products easy to pick up, touch, and try? When someone runs their fingers across a wool sweater, or flips through a notebook, or tests a lotion sample, they're forming an opinion, not just about the product, but about your brand as a store. The materials you use in your physical space matter too. Do your fixtures feel sturdy, or warm and cold or industrial? Do your shopping bags, price tags, and even receipts offer a pleasant texture? These seemingly infinitesimally small touches contribute to the overall feeling of care and quality. Retailers can go even a step further by building in a tactile experience. With swatches, testers, product trials, if you sell clothing, allow for easy access to fabrics and fitting rooms. If you offer home goods, set up stations where customers can test items out. Feel the grain of a cutting board, the softness of a throw, the ergonomics of a tool. Also, pay attention to contrast. Mix hard and soft surfaces, matte and shiny finishes, rough wood and polished stone. These contrasts create depth and keep the environment dynamic. Think of a boutique that layers velvet chairs and wicker baskets and linen curtains and brushed brass hangers. Every texture tells part of your brand story. Touch invites trust. It signals authenticity. It assures customers that they're not buying a product, they're experiencing it. And when they connect with it physically, they're far more likely to take it home. People begin to experience ownership not when they check out at the register, but when that item first comes into their hands. So the more that someone can touch something, the more that they can hold it, the more products that you will sell. Finally, we will wrap up with the sweetest sense, taste. Taste might seem like a stretch unless you're in food retail, but it can become a secret weapon for customer delight. It taps into a powerful emotional response, hospitality. Even a small offering like a mint at checkout or a seasonal hot cider station creates a sense of generosity and surprise. For food and beverage retailers, taste is essential. Offer samples, tastings, or demos whenever possible. Create space for education around flavor and pairing. Let customers savor, compare, and engage with their senses. If you sell wine, chocolate, spices, or coffee, tasting is not just a feature, it's a strategy. But even non-food retailers can incorporate taste. It just takes maybe a little bit more creativity. Partner with a local bakery to offer cookies during events. Stock complimentary water bottles or flavored teas in the fitting room area. Host a tasting night in collaboration with a local food truck or caterer. Taste makes your space feel hospitable. It turns browsers into guests. Think seasonally too. Mulled wine or hot cocoa in the winter, lemonade in the summer. Taste, like scent, links directly into memory. When people taste something enjoyable in your store, they associate that with your brand, and that can be warmth and comfort and attentiveness. And remember, these touches don't need to be grand. The smallest details often leave the biggest impact. A sample of artisan honey, a dish of hard candies, a cup of cool cucumber water. These create moments, and moments become memories, and memories become loyalty. Taste might be the final sense in our 5-part framework, but it leaves a lasting impression. It reminds your customers that shopping with you is a full sensory experience and one worth returning for. So remember, retail isn't just a transaction, it's a stage. And you, as the store owner, are both the director and the designer. The more senses you engage, the more your space will stick out in people's memories. It's not about being flashy, but it's about being intentional. So take a walk through your store this week. What do you see, hear, smell, feel, and maybe even taste? What could you enhance? What could you simplify? By creating a multi-sensory experience that builds connection, and connection can then build that loyalty. Because people might forget what they bought, but they won't forget how you made them feel while they bought it. So until next time, stay safe, shop local, and keep your heart on Main Street. This episode was written, produced, researched, and edited by me, Patrick Keiser. For more information about Heart on Main Street, you can visit www.heartonmainstreet.org. Thanks.